Alright, back in Luke here, and I know it's been a while since I put up a video. I actually wound up having bronchitis, so finally getting back to feeling a little bit better, and thought I'd show you guys what I've been up to. First off, I guess I'll show you some of the things that I picked up here, and the first one is this. This is a really dirty looking case here, and this is a Neo Geo cart, and the game is Fighters History Dynamite. Now, I wound up picking this up. It didn't come with the outer insert for it, and the game itself is in some really rough shape. When I first got this game here, it didn't work. I tried to clean up the contact points. You can see the outside of the case is still really dirty. The contact points were really bad on it, and no matter how many times I cleaned the contact points, it had graphic glitches, and it had a lot of sound distortion. So what I did is I opened up the cart, and I wound up doing pretty much the same thing that I did with that Samurai Spirits 1, and I wound up refilling the solder on the different chips on it, and plugged it back in, and got it to work. So it was a really cheap game, but I thought it was probably worth just trying to mess around with, see if I could get it going again. I hate to see these games just die off, or be kind of left and rotting and stuff like that. So I wound up doing that and getting this thing working again. It did come with the manual, but it didn't come with the insert at all. But definitely looked like it was sitting in storage or sitting outside or something for a long time, just by the look of the case and the cart. But I'll show you what it's doing here. It's been a while since I plugged in the old Neo. So, we'll turn this on. Hopefully you'll be able to see this. There's probably a little bit of reflection going on. This thing's going to auto-adjust. But after the data east symbol, like right after here, it used to have really bad sound distortion and graphic glitches. So there are huge lines in the screen, but as you can see, it is playing. So no more problems with this one, which is nice. Even though this was a really controversial game here, especially with Capcom doing the suing and stuff over the graphics and characters looking too much like Street Fighter, but yeah, it's not bad by any means. But it is working good, so glad to have this thing up and running. Ho 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 ho. Yeah. But the Universe BIOS in this thing's changing the title for it, so Chrono's Revenge. Alright, we'll turn that off here. But that's the first pickup that I wound up getting. The second one is another one that was in some pretty rough shape, but I decided to go for it because it was one that I didn't have in my collection, and I'm definitely going to have to make up an insert for it, and that is this. This is Real Bound Special. Now, if we take a closer look at it, you can see that there is a lot of waves in it. It's just really bad. It was seriously water damaged up here, you can see too. What actually happened is the insert itself was stuck to the top part of the case. So when I tried to remove it from the case itself, it actually left half of it on the inside of the case. So I wound up spending quite some time trying to scrape the inside of the case off and then trying to touch this up. It's kind of crazy, but I went around some of the, the ink spots around here. You probably can't even tell, but some of the outlines here, I actually wound up going around it with a toothpick that I had cut on an angle and used some black ink just so it was very fine tip to try and make up for some of the damage. Like down here on the pant leg here, you can see it's kind of ripped up there. But yeah, I tried my best just to kind of bring it back as much as possible. Like I said, I'm going to have to print out another insert for it because of the fact that it's so bad. But yeah, at least I was able to get it for a reasonable price. It wasn't super cheap by any means, but the inside of the game itself, the manual, everything's in really good shape. The game's not in too bad a shape. This looks like a little bit of an oil stain here. And it plays good, so give that a shot. Hopefully that fires on first time. hate that intro. It sounds horrible. It sounds much worse than the Japanese one. The Japanese one sounds really cool. Real about Garou Densetsu Special, you know. But yeah, anyway, this one's working pretty good. So that's another pickup here that I wound up getting, which I'm pretty happy to have. Aside from this insert here, I'll get that remade, and then hopefully it'll look a lot nicer. The last one is one that's a bit more expensive, and it's one that I wanted to pick up for my collection for quite some time, and I was lucky enough to come across one, but once again, it was a little bit more expensive than than I wanted to pay, and that is this Waku Waku 7. So finally have this. This one's in pretty decent shape. The card itself has a few scratches on it, but it's decent. You know, it's in decent shape. So figured we could pop this one in here and let you see what this one's like. Doo-doo-doo. But yeah, you can see it works. It's a great game, and it's becoming a little bit harder to come by. But nonetheless here, I did get it, and I'm really happy to have this one in my collection, because this one is one that I've been looking for quite some time. And I've passed it up several times, but decided to finally bite the bullet and pick this one up. So but yeah, so got this one here, and something else that I picked up recently that just wound up coming in the mail today, and I wound up fixing it up, is this right here. This is my Neo Geo CD-Z, and I have a Neo Geo CD-Z, but this is another one that I saw that was listed as non-working. It didn't come with any of the cables, so I wound up picking it up, kind of, you know, thinking maybe I could get this thing working as well. Had some scratches on the top here. I used a magic eraser and kind of got that off. There's a couple of little scratches here, but other than that, it's in pretty decent condition. The one thing here to keep note of is with these Neo Geo CD-Zs, normally they have a special adapter. If you look at the back there, you can see it kind of looks like a T-shape. Now here is the adapter for a Neo Geo CD, and if you look at this one here, you can see that it kind of goes into almost like a triangle kind of shape at the bottom there. So this normally won't fit in there. What I did is I took a knife and I wound up cutting it to a T shape on the outsides here, just so it would fit in there. There's one small difference between this adapter and the original adapter, and that is that this one is 2 amps and this one here, the one that, maybe I got it backwards here. This one here is 1 amp, I believe. Let me see. Yeah, this one is 1 amp, 10 volts 1 amp, and the one that this one uses is 10 volts 2 amps. But nonetheless, I want to see if this thing would work. So yeah, what I did is I chopped this into a T shape, and if it's in the back here, perfect. So plug that in there, and I just used like a razor knife to chop it like that. And we'll grab the cables here from the back of the Neo and plug those in the back here. Hopefully. This one's a little bit of a tight fit. But I scrubbed that thing up. I took the laser mech out and I greased the rails. One thing that you should always do with a lot of these CD-based games is grease the rails, because the rails, if they ever get dry, what they'll do is cause the gears to actually have to put more tension on it in order to make the laser mechanism go forward. This is like the same for PlayStation 2 and anything like that. So by doing that, sometimes you can strip gears, or sometimes you'll just mess up, you know, break parts off. So I greased up the rails on that. I cleaned up the lens itself and put it all back together. Nothing really extreme, and got this thing to turn on. So figured I'd show you this. I got some of my games laying out here. Thought I'd test it out with. So here's Sonic Wings, and see, good old Sonic Wings is in there. Sonic Wings 2. So turn this thing on, and interesting thing, you know, about the Neo Geo CDs is, you know, the loading time, which a lot of people complain about. But CDZ, although it does have some small loading time, it's not half as bad as the Neo Geo CD. You'll notice that with the regular Neo Geo CD, this loading bar may take up to, I don't know, maybe a minute or a couple of minutes, but with the CDZ it actually goes a lot faster. So, and then once it does get loaded, it goes pretty quickly. But you can see that at least it's reading the disc okay, and yeah, it works. So my other Neo Geo CDZ that I have is having a little bit of reading errors, so it was kind of nice to pick this one up. You can hear some sound differences between this and the MVS for sure. But yeah, this one's working out alright. So that's basically what I've been up to recently, is, you know, a few repairs here with this, and then with the other cart that I had here, the Fighter's History Dynamite, trying to get that thing going, and then a couple of pickups here with Waka Waka 7 and Real Bout Garo Densetsu Special. So really happy to get those two in my collection, happy to get this thing running, as well as this one, and everything seems to be working out okay. But figured I'd share that with you guys. I know it's been a while since I put up a video, but hopefully you guys will get a little bit of enjoyment out of this. And yeah, as long as I don't catch another cold, I'll put up another video here soon. So thanks for watching.